The African continent has reason to worry about the effect of climate change, having been warned that the production of some critical food crops can be reduced as much as 50%. And yet, with all the global challenges like the Russian war in Ukraine getting all the media attention, there's a real risk that climate change continues to be overlooked. The Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, IPCC, which brings together leading scientists on the subject, recently published a report whose findings can inform relevant and timely interventions.
In 2014, the UN's Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, IPCC, projected the likely impacts that climate change would have on the planet and humanity. Its 2022 report emphasizes that the impact is already being felt in many places across the globe. With extreme heat deaths on the rise, more devastating floods, extreme weather events, and the planet getting warmer each year, scientists estimate that as many as 3.6 billion people now live in settings that are highly vulnerable to climate change. The African Risk Capacity Group, ARC, says the impact of climate change on food security, farming, and vulnerable communities in Africa can be mitigated if the commitments made to invest more than $100 billion a year are fulfilled.
How do we help Africa to be more resilient vis-a-vis the impact of climate change? And that is what we do at the African Risk Capacity Building, and that is to help Africans to plan, prepare, and respond to the effect of climate change, because that's one way of protecting the vulnerable communities on the continent.
The ARC group adds that initiatives like the Africa Disaster Risk Financing Program, under which Madagascar received $10.7 million in the tropical cyclone insurance payout, are practical ways in which African nations can prepare for the worst effects of climate change. Tropical cyclone Batira, which hit Madagascar in January this year, affected more than 124,000 people, with about 29,000 displaced and at least 121 deaths.